You might have heard about the saying that mainstream media and government have to some extent reported climate change and air pollution dishonestly, but you may not realise the seriousness of the impact of fake news about air pollution. Have you realised that most of climate change related news tries to blame human-caused global warming or air pollution? For example, the capital of China. Beijing started a policy to restrict private car use to tackle pollution in 2007. But they told people that vehicle emissions is the main cause of air pollution. The policy did help with improving air quality in Beijing. However, vehicle emissions is not the main cause of air pollution. Industrial emission is the real main cause of it. From the results of the survey we made, we found out that almost 30% of people believe that vehicle emissions is the main cause of air pollution. And this is a reflection of how fake news has affected people's understanding of air pollution. Some fake news tried to prove that global warming is a natural phenomenon. They might say the climate is changing, but it's a natural effect of changes in the sun's activity and humans have nothing to do with it. Or solar activity could cause global warming. Other fake stories claim that carbon dioxide is good because it increases plant growth, yet CO2 can be beneficial for plants, but good for plants does not mean good for people. Some fake news even say that cold, snowy weather disapproves climate change. However, climate change is about long-term warming trends and not individual weather events. And so snow and climate change aren't mutually exclusive. In fact, a warming climate could actually lead to an increase in snow in some places, as melting sea ice in the Arctic alters jet streams. While asking people in the survey about what they think is the motivation of creating fake news about climate change, the majority of people believe that the mainstream media are controlled by the government. And the government do not want to panic society, also don't want to admit that their practices through developing the country is adding to environmental pollution. Some also think that the government wants to reduce people's concerns and awareness of the environment. For instance, the White House's webpage on climate change has been deleted just hours after Donald Trump's inauguration as president. Not only the government, but some giant companies such as Exxon also spend over $30 million to fund climate-denying organisations, and an investigation by Carbon Brief found that 9 of the 10 most prolific authors of papers sceptical of climate change have ties to Exxon, and their motivation for doing so is for economic benefit, money. Luckily, many people are aware of this. In our survey result, 84% of people think information on mainstream media is mostly trustworthy, but only 62.5% believe in air pollution, data reported by mainstream media. Some people think social media is more trustworthy because it provides an open platform for everyone to discuss and to hear different voices. However, social media has a drawback. People tend to believe that the most shared news is more reliable. And information on social media is mostly user-spread news. Everyone can write the word news and spread it on social media. Also, many social media platforms are now coordinating to silence or censor all views that don't support their twisted, fabricated, false facts. So, now we have to realise that real life is really complicated. Who should we believe in the end? From our survey results, we found that 58.3% of people think climate change has had a very big impact on society. But 63.6% had never heard about some major air quality reporting websites. So, here we recommend some websites that provide reliable information about air pollution for you. Finally, I would like to stress again, fake news about climate change and air pollution is a crime against the planet, and it's a crime against humanity.